Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my final thoughts ahead of the Game Week 30 deadline, which is tonight. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment on how you're setting up your Game Week 30 team. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is how I finished Game Week 29, 107 points after my triple captaincy being played. My Game Week rank was 234k, which was pretty good. But even though my rank was that, I still only went up like 30,000 places. It was still a green arrow, obviously, but yeah, really unfortunate not to get a higher green arrow from that. But anyway, yeah, this is my team. Saar obviously got me 6, Trent got me 13, Robertson got me 18. So happy I brought in Robertson, by the way. My lord, I brought him in for Reece James a couple weeks ago, and he's just like... he's just ridiculous, man, honestly. Like, look at his points, bro. Literally 12, 6, 6, 13, 0. Obviously, didn't play that game, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because he did concede that game. 7, 6, 11, 12. Like, honestly, Robertson is just... if you don't own him, then I'd potentially think about bringing him in, especially with the news that Trent now has a hamstring injury, could be out for weeks. The international break definitely came at a good time for all the Trent owners. But yeah, that potentially could be a lot worse. We'll have to wait for more press conferences and stuff like that. I wouldn't necessarily get rid of him now. I know that he does blank in Game Week 30, so you could easily transfer him out for another player. But at the same time, you know, he might be back in a couple of weeks. We don't know, but we'll talk about that later on in the video. White got me 8 points, Doherty got me 7, Rafinha 5, Salah 30. He did come on in the Arsenal game. I think he had the ball cleared off the line as well or something like that. I don't know. It's just... my triple captaincy luck has been terrible. I just, every single season, I just cannot catch a break. Like, 10 points from triple captaincy isn't too bad. But over 2 game weeks, over the course of 2 games in a game week, I don't know, you expect a little bit more. And I know a lot of people are saying, like, oh, Game Week 26 was definitely the time to triple captain him. Yeah, obviously the fixtures were incredible. Leeds at home, Norwich at home. Definitely the better triple captaincy double game week for sure. But in my position, my team needed a wild card, and I knew that Salah was going to get a triple captaincy, well, a double game week in 29 that I could triple captain. So in my defense, it was the right move for me. Might not have been the right move for everyone, but since I played that wild card, I've had a green arrow every single week. And yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but you can't really predict that Salah's going to get injured in the Game Week 29. You know, if he got injured in Game Week 26 after the first game, everyone would be saying that it was the bad decision to go Game Week 26 triple captain. It's just how the game is played. Really out of your hands. Can't do anything about it. Son got me 5 points, Saka 5, Jimenez 2, Lacazette 8, and then yeah, my bench, Foster 1, Broja 1, Ramsey 10, and then Digne 1. So yeah, that's how my points kind of set up for Game Week 29. Going into Game Week 30 though, this is how my team's looking right now. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to roll the transfer, to be fair. I can't see me spending it at all. There's not really any player that I want to bring in. Fofana's back now for Leicester. That means like Soyuncu's spot might be like up for grabs. It also means that Amate's spot might be up for grabs. That Leicester defense is just all over the place. What I'm going to do is just literally bring Schmeichel in for Saar. Maybe probably after the Newcastle game, to be fair. I'll probably keep him for Leeds, Villa, and Newcastle. And then when he's got City, I think double game week 33 is obviously when Schmeichel doubles. So I'll probably bring Schmeichel in then, and then he'll have a couple more game weeks to hopefully get a double from. And I'll probably just keep Schmeichel for the rest of the season. I'll go over transfers in a minute, but yeah, he's got some pretty nice fixtures. I know the defense isn't the greatest, but you know, I think he's a good option going forward. But yeah, obviously Trent isn't going to play. Digne with a hamstring injury, probably not going to play. Obviously Gerrard press conference later today, but yeah, it's not looking good for Digne. White away at Villa, Doherty at home to West Ham, Rafinha away at Wolves, Ramsey at home to Arsenal, Son at home to West Ham. Being a Son owner without Kane is really, really annoying at the moment. It just can't seem to get anything, and his stats have been really, really low since the last like 4 game weeks. But I don't think I'm in a position really to get rid of him for Kane for a hit. Like, I just don't think it's worth it. And I know Kane is in really good form at the moment, but I just can't take Son out for a hit. Like, I just don't see the point in it. And then I've got Saka away at Villa, Jimenez at home to Leeds, and then Lacazette away at Villa as well. And of course, none of my bench players. So yeah, 9 players, potentially 10 if Digne makes a speedy recovery, but it's very, very unlikely. Probably not going to happen. But yeah, that is how I'm shaping up for Game Week 30. Let's go into my transfers though. Again, I've got nothing in the bank. All my chips have been played. My transfers now are very, very crucial. I have to make the right decision if I want to finish the season in a strong way. I've got no free hit, nothing like that. And so now my transfers are basically just going to be preparing for, you know, double game week 33 and stuff. I already know I'm going to be getting rid of Jimenez in 31, I do believe, for Weghorst, who obviously has a double in 31, then doubles in 33 as well. And then potentially we could be getting rid of Trent as well if the news to his hamstring is bad. I know that obviously I know that Liverpool have really, really good fixtures for the remainder of the season, but I generally think having Robertson is fine now. You know, double defense in Liverpool is obviously, it's been a good call lately. But you know, if Trent is out for ages, I can easily get rid of Trent for Cancelo, who obviously has nice fixtures for the remainder of the season after the Liverpool game. And yeah, he's just, I can easily get to him as well. He's 6.9, Trent is 8. That'll free me like 1.1 mil up as well. And then I don't think I need to bring Trent back in for the remainder of the season. You know, maybe it's a bit of a gamble, but I've got Robertson, who's in really, really good form. Robertson's stats have been completely outperforming Trent over the last game weeks and stuff. So I think I'm comfortable just keeping Trent, just keeping Robertson, I should say, and then having Cancelo back. And like I said, it'll give me like 1.1 mil in the bank. Maybe not 1.1 because Trent will probably go down once it's like flagged and everything and people see that he's injured. And then I can easily use that money for somebody else, potentially bringing in like Barnes for someone instead of Rafinha. I don't know. But yeah, rolling the transfer this week 100%. There's just nobody that I want to bring in. Like if there was going to be anybody, it'd be a Leicester defender, but there's going to be a lot of rotation in that back line with all their injured players coming back. I think the only good option in that Leicester defense is probably going to be Schmeichel, and he's not even a defender, just simply because he's nailed, and all the others are just going to get rotated so much. Got Justin back, Fofana back, you know, all these players are just going to not get a strong standing in their team. Tony is also another option you could bring in. Like something that I was thinking about doing is taking out Digne for Amate and then bringing in Tony, which obviously would give me 11 players. I think, yeah, it would give me 11 players, but I don't think it's worth it. Tony's like stats, like non-penalty XG has been like really, really bad, but his penalty XG has obviously been really good. 3 of his last 5 goals in the last 2 games have been from penalties, but apart from those penalties, he's not really done a lot. Of course, he has scored 2 goals, not from the spot kick, but at the same time, apart from that, his stats just haven't been up to par. And yeah, Amate, very much a rotation risk. I don't want to be taking hits. I think going into this game week with 9 players is okay. You know, a lot of people are free hitting this week. They're going to have the likes of Kane and Son and Kulusevski and whatever, which is fair play. Like, when everyone else is free hitting, you're going to lose points on this. So this probably could be my first red arrow in a long time, which, you know, I'm just kind of ready for. But yeah, then game week 31. I'll have 2 free transfers. That's after the international break as well. Like, having 2 free transfers going into the international break is so important, because there could be so many different injuries in that international break. Like I say, Trent could be out now. I think Klopp also said that Salah had something wrong with his foot again after the Arsenal game, so he potentially could even be out as well. You don't know. So honestly, having 2 free transfers going into game week 31 is such a godsend. And again, I know that I'm going to be using one of them from Jimenez to Weghorst, which again will also free up funds. So if I do something like Trent to Cancelo and then Jimenez to Weghorst, that's going to give me like 2 mil to mess around with. And then I can easily do like Ramsey to Barnes, something like that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's talk about this game week. I feel like I've just been talking about my own team. So yeah, free hit, obviously. I don't think it's like the best option this week. I think if you have like 8-9 players, I think that's okay. A free hit this week, the fixtures aren't great. Like, if we actually just go up to the fixtures, like, they're not there's not really anything that jumps out at you. There's 4 games. Wolves play Leeds tonight, and then Villa are home to Arsenal, and then Leicester at Brentford, and then Spurs and West Ham. Like, I don't think any of those players really, like, if you're free hitting, like, you're gonna obviously have Kane and Son and stuff, but apart from that, like, there's not really any other standout players. I don't think it's beneficial enough, really, to free hit this week. I think if you have, like, 4 players, then fair play. Then you're going to have to free hit. But if you have, like, 8 or 9, you know, and you can get to, like, maybe 10 by taking a hit, then I'd probably just do that. And then we've got big double game week 33 coming, where you can free hit, which potentially could have loads of teams doubling. We have double game week 36 that's most likely going to happen. You can free hit for there, get loads of points. So, yeah, I just don't think free hitting this week, if you can, like, manage your team well enough, I don't think it's worth it at all. Captaincy options this week, I mean, Son and Kane, pretty much everyone has one of those in their team. Obviously, I'm going to be captaining Son. But yeah, I think Kane is easily the best captaincy option this week, 100%. I do need Son to get something, though. But yeah, Kane, 100% best captaincy option. I mean, any other players, maybe like Saka or Lacazette or Jimenez, if you wanted to kind of go out of the pack, and maybe even a Sarr at home to Leeds. You know, they potentially should be keeping a clean sheet there. But yeah, I mean, I think what this is a game week where it's very much just damage control, like the likes of people that have got like both Son and Kane and stuff. You just need to like if you don't captain them, you're just gonna lose points. Where if you do captain them, you just like it's just going to stay level. It's not really a game where you're going to gain on a lot of people. I mean, if you're using your free hit, you should do. But apart from that, like, yeah, I don't really think that there's going to be too crazy of a game week. There's 4 games. Like, we've been knowing that this game week has been coming for a while. This is why I wildcarded in 26. I set my team up for the last double game weeks and obviously the blank as well. So again, that's why I'm quite happy that I did wildcard in 26. But yeah, I mean, again, it's such a short game week. There's not a lot to talk about. Your main players that you want this week, you know, your Son, your Kane, Arsenal players, obviously. Rafinha could do something at Wolves, but I'm not really sure if he will. Either way, though, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. What are you doing with your Game Week 30 team? Let me know. Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.